All right, thanks, guys. Kent State takes on Buffalo, 6:30 Eastern tip-off in that matchup. The Bulls of Buffalo, they are -3 in this game. Totals at 155 and a hook. Now, we did see a 1-point move toward Buffalo and movement downward on the total. The Bulls open as the 2-point favorite, up to -3. Total open 157 down to 155 and a hook. 62% of the consensus are leaning toward Buffalo. 59% shaded toward the over. And right now, Kent State is plus 145 on the money line. Now, both teams really showing some, excellence as of late. Kent State 13-6 overall in the year, top 30 in scoring. Meanwhile, Buffalo 7-2 straight up in their last 9. They also rank in the top 10 in the nation in offensive rebounding. One thing I can say about the total, Buffalo is 70% to the over in their last 10. Meanwhile, Kent State, 70% to the over in their last 10 themselves. So I am going to lean toward the over in this matchup here. But if you want to know who I'm picking in this game, I do have a college basketball package on my Patreon website, and I'll include the link in the description section below if you want to see who I'm picking. But once again, two great teams squaring off here. And if you want to see who I'm picking, check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage. Once again, I'll include a link in the description section below. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick time out and welcome you to the show. Got some lines and personal leans out for Friday's college basketball action. Happy Friday to you guys. The weekend is finally here. A much-deserved Friday here for you. Hopefully you guys have a great weekend. Now, before we go ahead and move on, I just want to quickly remind you to check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage, where we do daily premium sports picks on that website, beginning at just $1.99 per month. Now, guys, we had a perfect day yesterday on that site. We went a perfect 4-0 yesterday in all our picks on that site. It's going to put us at 3-0 in our last 3 daily best plays. It's going to put us at 4-0 in our last 4 daily extra plays. And we are currently 3-0-1 in our last 4 board member package plays. Guys, we have a bunch of different membership tiers and packages that you can subscribe to. And I'll tell you what, my current Patreon record is a whole lot better than it is on YouTube here, handicapping every single game on the board, side and total. So if you want to get linked up to that website, valuable information. Actually, each and every day you're not subscribed, you're costing yourself valuable information because we are red hot right now. But once again, link for that site is in the description section below, patreon.com/BrockPage. All right, let's go ahead and get into some free lines and personal leans right here on YouTube. All starts Eastern Standard Time. On deck, we've got Wisconsin taking on Purdue, 7 o'clock tip-off in that matchup there. The Boilermakers open 3.5 up to -4. Total open 112 up to 116. 53% are leaning Wisconsin, 69% on the over. Right now the Badgers are plus $1.65 on the money line. Now Wisconsin has won 7 out of their last 9 games. Victories over Maryland, Penn State, and Ohio State during that stretch. They also rank in the top 20 in the nation in free throw percentage, certainly getting the job done from the stripe. One more thing to add about Wisconsin, they also rank in the top 20 in points allowed in the nation. That means defensively, they are very stout. They're very stingy. I know a lot of folks, sometimes they get confused when I say they're in the top 20 in points allowed. Well, when I say they're in the top 20 in points allowed, I mean they don't give up a whole lot of points per game. They are amongst the best defensive teams in the nation. Now, Nate Roivers, he's averaging 14 points a game, 5 rebounds and 2 blocks for Wisconsin. Kobe King, 11 points a game, 3 rebounds for him. The Badgers rank the top 5 in points allowed on the road. They're giving up just 60 points per contest in that category there. Now, Purdue on the other side, kind of struggling as of late. Losers of 4 out of their last 5. They also went just 2-6 against the spread in their last 8. They're averaging just 67 points per contest on the year. They're also shooting just 41% from the field. Now, total-wise, Purdue is 3-2 to the under in their last 5. They're also 12-7 to the under overall for the year. 6 out of Wisconsin's last 8 stayed under the total. They're also 8-1 to the under away from home. I'm going to lean toward the road dog in this one. Give me Wisconsin +4 and the under 116 in that matchup. Next game, Canisius taking on Iona, 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off. Iona opened as the 2-point favorite, up to -3 at home. Total open 147, up to 148. 51% leaning Iona, 53% on the over. And right now, the Golden Griffins of Canisius, they are plus $1.45 on the money line. Now, if you like the Griffins in this matchup here, I don't know what the hell a Griffin is, but they are 3-0 straight up in their last 3 games. They also successfully covered the point spread in each and every one of those 3 victories. They're averaging 71 points per contest, and they are 8-3 against the spread away from home this year. Malik Johnson, 14 points a game, 6 rebounds, 6 assists for the Griffins. He's also averaging 2 steals per contest. Majesty Brandon, 13 points a game, 4 rebounds for him. And Scott Hitchon, 10 points a game, 3 rebounds for Canisius. Now Iona on the other side, losers of 2 out of their last 3. They also went just 2-7 straight up in their last 9. Iona, I believe they're the Gales, which, what the hell is a Gale? I don't know what these teams are. The Griffins versus the Gales, but regardless, the Iona Gales failed to cover the point spread in 7 out of their last 9. They're also covering just 25% of their games on their home court. A couple more things to add about Iona. They're averaging just 67 points per contest, and they're shooting just 41% from the field. Now, total-wise, Canisius is 80% to the over in their last 10. Meanwhile, when they're on the road, they are 7-2 to the over when traveling as well. So with all that said and done, I'm going to lean Canisius +3 in the over 148 in that contest. Next matchup, Yale taking on Brown, 7 o'clock tip-off. Yale opened 5.5 up to -6. Total open 133 up to 134. 69% are leaning Yale, 58% on the over. Right now, Brown's +215 on the money line. Now, Brown failed to win in 4 out of their last 6 games. They also went just 3-6 straight up in their last 9. They're averaging just 68 points per contest and shooting just 41% from the field. Now, Yale on the other side, winners of 9 out of their last 10. They're currently 14-3 straight up overall for the year. Victories against Vermont, UMass, and Clemson during their stretch of 9 victories out of their last 10 games. Now, Paul Atkinson, he's averaging 17 points a game, 7 rebounds for Yale. Azar Swain, 15 points a game, 4 rebounds. And Jordan Bruner, 13 points a game, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 blocks for Yale. The Bulldogs are 8-4 straight up away from home, 9-3 against the spread in those dozen games. They rank in the top 35 in the nation in offensive rebounding. They're also averaging 76 points per contest. A couple more things to add about this Bulldog squad. They rank in the top 40 in points allowed, top 5 in defensive field goal percentage. They're giving up just 62 points per contest, and their opponents are shooting just 36% from the field. Now, 4 out of Yale's last 6 games did get over the number. Browns 5-1 of the over in their last 6 at home. I'm going to lean Yale -6 in the over 134 in that game. Next matchup, Marquette taking on Butler, 9 o'clock Eastern tip-off. Butler opened as the 7-point favorite, down to -6.5. Total open 135.5, down to 135 even. 51% are leaning Butler, 66% shaded toward the over. And right now Marquette is +255 on the money line. Now if you like Marquette in this matchup here, just keep in mind Marcus Howard and Greg Elliott are listed as questionable for tonight's action. Marquette's also just 2-3 straight up as the official road team. They're averaging just 69 points per contest on the road. They're also shooting just 40% from the field when traveling. Now defensively, they're giving up 77 points per contest on the road, and they're also allowing their opponents to shoot 38% from downtown when they travel as well. Butler on the other side, winners of 6 out of their last 9. They're also a very impressive 9-1 straight up on their home court. They also covered 70% of their home games this year as well. Kamar Baldwin, 15 points a game, 4 rebounds for the Bulldogs. Sean McDermott, 11 points a game, 6 rebounds. McDermott's also shooting 87% from the stripe. And Jordan Tucker, 10 points a game, 4 rebounds for Butler. The Bulldogs are shooting 47% from the field. They also rank in the top 5 in the nation in points allowed. They're giving up just 54 points per contest on their home court as well. Oddly enough, Butler did go 4-0 to the over in their last 4 games. Marquette 80% to the over in their last 10. Marquette's also 4-1 to the over as the official road team. I'm going to lean Butler minus 6.5 and the over 135 in that game. All right, next and final matchup for the show, it is going to be Northern Kentucky taking on Wright State, 9 o'clock Nutter Center. Wright State opened as the 3.5-point favorite, up to -4. Total opened 142.5, up to 143. 57% are leaning toward Wright State, 65% shaded toward the over. And right now, the Norse of Northern Kentucky, they are plus 160 on the money line. Now, if you like the Norse in this matchup here, they've won their last 5 straight. Nice little 5-game winning streak for them. They also successfully covered the point spread in each and every one of those 5 games. They are 70% against the spread away from home. They also rank in the top 20 in points allowed on the road as well. Wright State on the other side, they failed to cover the point spread in their last 3 straight. They also went just 2-6 against the spread in their last 8. Defensively, they're allowing 70 points per contest. They've also failed to cover the point spread in 6 out of their last 9 home games. Now, total-wise, Wright State is 6-3 to the over in their last 9. Northern Kentucky 3-2 to the over in their last 5. I'm going to lean toward the Norse of Northern Kentucky, +4 in the over 143 in that game. All right, guys, let's go ahead and dive into some shout-outs. Once again, brought to you by patreon.com/BrockPage, where we went a perfect 4-0 yesterday in our premium picks on that website. Shout out to Gio Lopez, Jay Fernandez, Vernon Williard, Dr. Vidensvig. Shout out to Lionel Kicks, PMC05, Dino Cash, Ronnie Higgins, Pittsburgh Gentleman PA, Ant Ruga, Jay Capo, CP Incorporated, Karen Zaransky, Thibault7996, Mad Clown, and last but certainly not least, shout out to SoundOff078. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on Patreon. But most importantly, guys, I got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Happy Friday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.